we take a look at the tail of the tape, both 32 years of age, height and reach slightly. Well, height on the side of Azure, reach on the side of Amun. Experience as well on the fight of Hunter Azure. This, our main event of the evening. Let's get this one underway. Let's send it to Matt Perino.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Sponsored by F3 Energy, fueling physical and mental state. This bout is sanctioned under the authority of the Arizona boxing and MMA community under Executive Director Danny A. Vella and Chairman Scott Fletcher in attendance. Our three judges cage-side are Brad Frank, Greta Cox, and Eric Urquillo. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Joe Coca. And now, live from the Gila River Resort and Casino at the showroom at the Wild Horse Pass in Chandler, Arizona. The action starts now. 5 rounds in our Grand Prix finals to determine the new United Fight League Bantamweight Champion. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 6 wins, 1 loss, 75 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 134 1/2 pounds, fighting out of Warner Robins, Georgia, Amun Cosme. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, holding a professional record of 10 wins, 3 losses, 75 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 134.4 pounds, fighting out of Fountain Hills, Arizona. Here is Hunter Azure.
For the bantamweight title, protect yourselves at all times and obey my commands at all times. I expect a clean, fair fight. Touch gloves now if you'd like.
So here we go, the main event of the evening. This for bantamweight gold, Amun Cosme in the white shorts, blue corner, taking on Hunter Azure. He is in the black shorts, red corner. Me, Brian Lacey, alongside Frank Mir. We are live out on kick.com, and this fight brought to you by F3 Energy. Off we go, Frank. A truly high-level mixed martial arts contest for that UFL gold, right?
Both guys, very good skill set. The wrestling pedigree, a little bit more stronger probably as far as just on paper. Looking at Hunter Azure, is looking to probably use that to influence some of the maneuvers and techniques and tactics he's going to use in this combat. And Amun, again, kind of being Amun Cosme. I think he's going to, he sees and kind of lets you go first. He's reading you. He has more of a mindset of counter fighter. You can see here, his eyes are open, he's looking, but he kind of really wants you to go first because that tells him what he's going to do. He takes whatever direction you give, and then he has his counters, his setups, and his flows bouncing off of that.
So again, this bantamweight contest was set to be him versus Justin Wetzel. Wetzel had to come out, and we had to find an opponent. And again, Hunter Azure, you look at his pedigree, coming through the UFC, an outstanding wrestling background as well. But Amun Cosme did not blink when that name was put in front of him. Loves this matchup, Frank.
Oh, nice, stepped in with that left hook, clean. Didn't load it up too hard. Came over the top and touched. And a lot of times that lead left hook, that's actually, you know, one of the more proficient ways to throw it. Doesn't have as much power on it, but it's almost kind of like the mindset of a jab. You're coming in, you're touching to create, you know, range finding, maybe cause a little bit of vision disruption, angling yourself in safely. And that left hook, the lead hook, could be the same way as long as you don't loop it out too wide.
So we talked lots about fight-ready MMA over there and the quality there, but also Miller's MMA, the Cole Miller, the head coach over there. I was a real fan of him coming up and through the UFC.
Excellent grappling and strike,
and tough as they come, right?
Definitely. One of the times, you know, a lot of times you see jiu-jitsu guys nationally can be used to finishes and submissions and don't like the gritty fights. Cole was a guy, I mean, man, that guy would take a lot of abuse sometimes in fights to survive. You never put him out and still throw a triangle up and catch him.
Exactly.
He's doing a great job there, Hunter Azure, with that lead hook. Again, there's multiple ways to throw the lead hook. His way is more like a Roy Jones type. He's stepping in, touching it, keeping his head behind his knees, and it's really not that first shot that's ever going to hurt anybody. He's using it as a direction and a rangefinder and a close distance. It's the second shot that is the one that's going to be loaded. And that's what he's doing here. You see he's stepping in, left hook, and occupies the right hand of Amun Cosme, and then he throws that right hand down the middle. That left hook got a little more on it.
Good chin, though, on Amun Cosme.
Yeah, left hook, you see there, he actually rotated more of a traditional rotation there with the shoulders and hips, and just extended his hand out. And the twist is what brought the hand to the face, not his bicep.
Stay tight. Azure really controlling the center of the cage, Frank. He's making sure he's the one in that middle ground.
Aggressive style, that comes a lot too. I mean, there are counter wrestler types, but the American style of wrestling is very aggression is rewarded. You know, stalling, taking it even one step back is a penalty. And so his mindset and his pedigree and even the styles of martial arts that is his base are very rewarding to be aggressive. So that's why you see him coming forward the way he is and taking charge. And Amun, though, again, has that very counter-fighter mindset. Now, see there, that's probably the first time Amun has gone on the attack this whole fight, this whole round. So 3 minutes and 45 seconds, he's going, what are you going to do? Because he wants you to throw something. And most guys, you know, there's a mistake in their technique. Their weight might be off balance. There's an opening. And that's what he's looking to counter off of. But so far, Hunter really hasn't showed any holes. His hands, his punches, his strikes are down the center, the tight lines. His hook isn't swinging open at all.
Yeah, and also what's maybe a little surprising from Hunter, just looked at the clock there. I wonder if he'll look for a takedown now, but that wrestling background, that pedigree, that fight style that has got him so far in the world of mixed martial arts, yet seems content on the feet for this opening round.
That sometimes happens during a fight. I mean, you have your plan A, plan B, plan C. You work on those things, and then all of a sudden you come back to the corner, and the coach is like, hey, it's working, go with it, you know?
Nice little check left hook again for Azure. Really has found his range. And again, over 5 fights, 5 rounds, I should say.
Stay clean, Hunter.
This
Stay
for
clean.
the title. Ooh, stepping in. Solid shots there from Cosme.
Yeah, that was more of a gazelle left hook you saw there from Amun. He threw the right hand, loaded his weight on that lead leg, and drove forward. That's a much more powerful way of doing it, but also with high risk. Or high reward, there's a high risk factor to that one. If your opponent is fleeting or planted when you come in, there's not a lot of bailing out on that one. You're running into a punch.
So round 1 in the books. What a night of fights we have had. This our main event of the evening, live and streamed on Kick It Again. Chat, if you are watching, then you can be decisive in where the bonuses go. The fight of the night and performance of the night as well will be decided by you. And all subs on the United Fight League page will go to the fighters. That is outstanding. Again, UFL changing the game. But Frank, in between rounds, I'm going to put you in Cosme's corner. What are you looking? What adjustments? And again, he said he is like the king of making those adjustments. What would you like to see from him in round 2?
I would tell him, hey, when Azure is fighting left side forward, let's go ahead and look for our takedowns. When he fights right side forward, we're going to look for our strikes.
Set and ready. Round number 2. Cage doors set to close. Hunter Azure.
Looking good, Hunter.
Amun Cosme, smile on his face as always. In his happy place, he is in the blue corner. This is the second round of a potential 5 on the card in our main event. All brought to you by F3 Energy. Go to f3.com.
Yep, that stance nice and low. Both guys, you can see, not one give up space.
A little bit more intention coming from Cosme this time.
Yeah, that first round, kind of, you can do that in a 5-round fight, you know, feel a guy out almost, kind of give away a round. You know, not big, but 3-round fights, that style just does not work. You can't give away a round, you know. It's just almost numerically put yourself such a deficit, you know. And then, you know, in boxing, 10 rounds, 12 rounds for a championship fight, you can give a round away, feel each other out. Our sport, more difficult. Here, that 5th round, possibly, you know. And now he's definitely much more switched on, looking.
Good job.
There we go.
But the only problem with being that conservative he was that first round,
Hey, just chipping away, Hunter.
you don't really see what all the toolbox of what your guy is working with. If you go out there and you feel, okay, how's he gonna block this? What's he gonna do here? What's he looking for when I do this? Then you're kind of collecting data, right? You're like, okay, this is how he's gonna take his shots. This is what he's doing off of, and you can use that to game plan in your head as the fight goes on. There really wasn't a lot of data as far as what Azure was able to collect from, Cosme was able to collect from Azure, because he just, it's like, okay, he's gonna stalk you down, control the center of the cage, and tag you with a few sharp punches,
Yeah, 1 minute 30 seconds gone in this second round. And much of the same, Frank. A little bit more fighting going on in the center of the cage. Stepping into the fire now is Amun Cosme.
Yeah, Amun likes to push off that back leg. He comes up, we can call it a cobra. A lot of times the names we have for techniques in my gym. But he pushes off and then uses it to set up his next shot.
Good, Hunter.
Hands up.
Hey,
Nice.
good job, Hunter.
Right back to distance. Beautiful
Azure
work,
as well.
Hunt.
Family man, 2 kids. I think 4 and
Just make sure we
2.
got
I think I've got
answers
the
to
ages
that.
right there. But they both love to wrestle as well. He said during his weight cut, they locked him out.
Oh!
On the patio. Oh, nice shot. They
That
locked
was
him
a
out on the
clean
patio.
uppercut off the lead side there. Sorry.
That's all right. Yeah, enjoy the work.
He's popped his ankles in there. You see how the footwork, though. Hunter's doing a great job. I like his stance. I like his position. I like his eye.
He's
There.
going first for me, Frank, as well. That's the
Yes.
thing. He's taking the momentum
Initiative.
in the exchanges.
Yeah, and I like how, look, there was a snappy jab. He's throwing different jabs. He even has a stiff arm jab. He's throwing the jab, and then he keeps it locked out there as a way of keeping Amun's weight off of him so that he can push it.
Oh! There it is! The right hand has just sealed it for Hunter Azure. He is the new champion, the first Bantamweight champion of UFL.
That was a clean right hand.
Outstanding stuff there. Outstanding. Clean, Frank, clean.
And that was just constantly setting up. He's collecting data. He was throwing the jab different ways. He came in with the left hook. Nice lead left hook that was super tight. Not a lot of errors, not a lot of holes anywhere there for Amun to have really capitalized on. And there he finally came through with the jab. Had his feet planted. I was saying earlier, oh, look at his ankles. It's because he was switching his feet, loading up. You can see here he switches his, you can see his butt kind of come to the side. And this is the depth he has in his leg when he comes out of that stance. It's akin to throwing a baseball from outfield, same kind of power you're going to generate from the ground up. And he loaded to the ground and came over the top with the right hand, the overhand, and it was a powerful shot that caught Amun, who was just, you know what, that's when you play counter fighter, the other guy constantly goes first in our sport. That's the risk you take, is that with these small gloves, there's so many ways to get finished.
There you go, there you have it. But that is a way to claim a title as well, decisive. Outstanding stuff. We'll have a look back here now. That's the right hand over the top, clean as they come. And that will see our first ever Bantamweight champion. Just so Hunter Azure watching the replay there, watching his handiwork. And it was truly spectacular. All respect to Amun Cosme. He has fought his way through the Grand Prix against tough competition to get to this final. But tonight, Hunter Azure with that one shot has just reminded everybody why he is the Hunter, why he is so dangerous, and now why he is the champion of the UFL. The party is going off here. Great stuff there. We will make it official. We will bring all of the fighters together and we will crown our UFL champion. What a night of fights indeed. Frank Mir now. Sorry. Let's hand it to Matt Perino to make this official and to crown our Bantamweight champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Joe Coca's called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 42 seconds in round number 2, declaring the winner by knockout, and now the new United Fight League Bantamweight champion of the world, Hunter Azure!
Everybody here with your winner. Hopefully in a second, right? There we go. Excellent fight. Wow. Your striking skills tonight, your boxing, your stance, the way you threw your lead hook, the way you're fitting out with the jab was really spot on. At any moment, were you thinking you were going to use the wrestling, or did you know that, hey, this whole time, there's going to be such a respect for my wrestling level that this is really going to work out well for me with the hands?
Oh, he was just keeping great distance, and I didn't want to rush anything. All my losses, man, I'm pushing too much forward, and that's what's costing me to lose. I know how good I am. If I'm just calm, relaxed, dude, I'm always on to there. So the main part of this whole camp was just staying relaxed, being myself, and just having fun with being loose, man.
No, I mean, your stance and footwork, you look like a professional boxer, not a wrestler of your pedigree. It was an amazing going there. At any moment, did you start thinking you suckered you into anything? Because obviously we know Amun likes to play cautious and he's a counter fighter, but it seemed like he was stuck in that mode. Was there any moment you really were looking for something?
No, I was just waiting for my opening. Like I said, pre-fight, man, if he gives me an opening to finish it, I'm jumping all over that. If he was giving me a shot on the cage, 100% I would have took a shot in that first round if I was there. But I wasn't going to push it. That's when I get caught, when I just start rushing shit, you know?
I understand what you're saying. I've been a victim of myself, be aggressive pushing. But now as our first Bantamweight champion in the UFL, what does it mean to you?
Man, it means the world. I've been grinding my ass off, coming off some losses, and just 32 years old, man. The sport catches up to you. It's just like, well, what's next? This is what's next. I'm going to keep defending this, get me right back in here, and just get me back to a big show, man. I'm just here to keep winning and keep grinding with the best people in the world.
Your champion, Hunter Azure.